Philadelphia at 94-65 heading into the final weekend of the regular season. We know the Phillies' first postseason game will take place on Saturday, October the 5th at Citizens Bank Park. But as far as who the Phils will face in their return to Red October, well, I mean, folks, your guess is as good as mine. Milwaukee and San Diego, they've punched their tickets to the postseason, while the Mets, Braves, and Diamondbacks, those three teams are left fighting for the final two spots, and that likely won't even be decided until Atlanta and New York officially wrap up the season with a doubleheader on Monday. Thanks a lot, Hurricane Helene. Hopefully a whole slew of memorable moments, though, still to come, and this after a season packed with them for the Pigs. We went through the first half of our top 10 moments countdown on Wednesday. It is now time to reveal the 5 best moments of the IronPigs 2024 campaign. Moment number 5 comes from back in mid-May when David Dahl had himself a day at Norfolk, just the 3rd cycle ever in IronPigs history. Dahl opened the scoring with a solo homer to lead things off in the top of the first. Couple of innings later, the outfielder then with an RBI double in the top of inning number 3. He took care of the base hit, part of the cycle in the 5th with this liner out to left, and then completed the cycle with 2 down in the top of the 7th, Dahl launching a ball out to deep left center field. Ultimately, he would slide in safely at third, joining Michael Taylor from 2009 and Mike Alfranco from 2014 as the only players in Lehigh Valley IronPigs history to ever hit for the cycle. Dahl was a perfect 4 for 4 on the day, spearheading the Pigs to a 4-3 win over the Tide. Moment number 4 in our top 10 IronPigs moments countdown from 2024 brings us, only to a couple of weeks ago, September the 19th against Worcester. And it's time to show some love for the glove, specifically the leather employed by Pigs shortstop Scott Kingery as part of this Thursday matchup with the Woo Sox. 3 incredible defensive plays in the span of just 2 innings. Top of the 3rd, Worcester's Tyler McDonough hits this looper into shallow left. This is literally into the definition of no man's land, but not for Kingery, who lays out to make a sensational sprawling catch. Leadoff man an inning later is Roman Anthony. He tests Kingery this time on the ground, the shortstop going to his right first with the perfect pick before throwing across his body to get the speedy Anthony. We can see why Kingery won a Rawlings minor league gold glove back in 2017. Then just 2 batters later, it's Mickey Gasper shooting one up the middle. Now you'd think at this point the Sox would have learned, just don't hit it anywhere near number 0. Kingery completing the hat trick of web gems with this spectacular snag, and then another pinpoint throw in the span of just 6 batters. Scott Kingery with 3 of the best defensive plays we saw all season long. Moment number 3 in our top 10 countdown brings us to late July. Now we know it was a memorable year all in all for Derek Hall. In the first half of our countdown, we showed you how he set the new franchise record for career runs batted in. Hall also became the IronPigs' all-time leader in home runs this season as well, doing so with this towering drive out the center, July the 20th against Worcester. That gave him 70 dingers in a Pigs uniform, passing the previous mark of 69 taters set by Andy Tracy. Long ball Hall finished with 16 round trippers this year, 76 now across parts of 4 seasons and more than 400 games with Lehigh Valley. Moment number 2 sends us back to where it all began. Opening night, March the 29th against Worcester. Pigs were down 4-0 going into the bottom of the 9th when they rattled off one of the most memorable comebacks in team history, plating 7 runs in the final frame, walking off the Woo Sox thanks to this game-winning home run courtesy of Rodolfo Castro. It came with the bases loaded, but technically only went down as a 3-run shot because Aramis Garcia inadvertently passed the runner in front of him on his way home. So not quite the first walk-off grand slam in Lehigh Valley IronPigs history, but don't worry, we take care of that with moment number 1. Waiting until the final game of the regular season, the Pigs again taking on the Woo Sox, again trailing entering the 9th, this time down 4-1. When Derek Hall came up with the bases juiced and Lehigh Valley down 1, what a way to finish the season. As he's done so many times in a Pigs uniform, long ball Hall crushing one deep and gone out to right. This for the first ever walk-off grand slam in 16 seasons of IronPigs baseball here in the Lehigh Valley, that marking the 8th walk-off victory for the Pigs here in 2024 and for Derek Hall. Now your franchise leader with 76 home runs and 277 career runs batted in. We also want to note another longtime Iron Pig in Scott Kingery. You saw his defensive acumen displayed in our top 10 countdown. Kingery also belted out a career-best 25 home runs this season. Your Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs for the year, 68 and 78 overall. They were 37 up, 38 down, specifically at Coca-Cola Park. And while the record may not show it, what a home field advantage it was for the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs because of the tremendous support from Iron Pigs fans here in the Lehigh Valley community. For the second consecutive season and fourth time overall, the Iron Pigs led all of minor league baseball. That's 120 teams, folks, in total attendance. 588,788 fans through the gates at Coca-Cola Park this season, the highest attendance mark for the Iron Pigs since 2019, a campaign in total that featured 32 sellouts at Coca-Cola Park. And again, the Pigs leading all of minor league baseball in attendance for the second consecutive season and fourth time overall. What a year it was over at CCP. What a year it was to be a fan of the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs and to be able to cover the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs. And like we said off the top, hopefully many more memorable moments to come for this Phillies organization over the course of the next couple of weeks.